Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. My name is Anish Salat. I am working as Assistant Professor in University Institute of Hotel and Tourism Management, Punjab University, Chandigarh. Today, we are going to learn the module Profiling Major Players in Special Interest Tours in India and in World paper. After completing this module, students will be able to learn the concept of special interest tourism, understand the current and future developments in special interest tourism, know about the major corporates and entrepreneurs in the sector of special interest tourism in India as well as in the world. Let us begin. A well-known and widely accepted definition of tourism is to travel for recreation and leisure purposes. In 1994, the United Nations categorized tourism into three forms with regard to a specific country: inbound tourism, domestic tourism, and outbound tourism. The first one involves non-residents traveling into his country. The second includes residents of same country traveling only within the same country. And the third one involves residents of country traveling to foreign countries. By combining these three basic forms of tourism, the United Nations created three main categories of tourism. Internal tourism, which is an amalgam of both domestic and inbound tourism. National tourism, consisting domestic tourism and outbound tourism, and international tourism, which includes inbound and outbound tourism. Special interest tourists enjoy activities in contact with nature, beauty of conserved natural area, the pleasure of watching the fauna in its natural habitat, of exploring, discovering and learning, overcoming obstacles, and feeling the pleasure of overcoming them. Furthermore, they like to discover how easy it is to read a map, navigate a river, and learn climbing techniques, diving, horse riding, canoeing, driving cattle, packing and carrying a rucksack. For that tourist, the physical effort involved is a small price to pay for enjoying the view of a mountain, camping next to a lake of still, clear water, or watching an eagle soaring in the wind. Above all, there is pleasure of sharing experiences with friends and relatives. Now we will talk about the major players in special interest tourism in India. Firstly, let's talk about public sector tourism organizations. Uttarakhand Tourism Development Corporation. Uttarakhand Tourism Development Board is the highest body to advise government on all matters relating to tourism in the state. The statutory board is chaired by the Tourism Minister, Government of Uttarakhand, and Chief Secretary of Uttarakhand is its Vice Chairman. The Principal Secretary, Secretary Tourism, acts as Chief Executive Officer. It also has 5 non-official members from the private sector and experts in tourism-related matters. The board also functions as a regulatory and licensing authority. In 2007, Tourist Destinations Religious Tourism Award, the award given by Honorable Cabinet Tourism Minister to Uttarakhand Tourism Minister, dated 25th June 2007, by Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, to give the best results in tourism sector. India's best maintained tourist-friendly national park wildlife sanctuary category year of 2007 and 8. Best emerging destination India 2012 by Travel and Leisure magazine. Best Destination for Adventure India 2013 by Lonely Planet magazine. Second is Rajasthan Tourism Development Corporation. Rajasthan Tourism Development Corporation Limited (RTDC) is a company registered under Companies Act 1956 with its headquarters at Jaipur. This company is fully owned by Government of Rajasthan. RTDC gives you the opportunity to experience the charm of most exotic destinations of Rajasthan in most refined lodging and cuisine at budgeted price. Let yourself enjoy its privileged offers to discover the authenticity of this exotic state and enjoy a stay especially made for you. The motto of RTDC is, "We serve our customers with R as in respect, T as in trustworthiness, D means dedication, and C means care." RTDC acts as a catalyst to establish, develop, execute project and scheme that accelerate tourism in the state, managing numerous restaurants, cafeterias, hotels, motels, bars, boating and transport. To enhance the experience of the tourists, the corporation also organizes package tours, fairs, festivals and entertainment, shopping and transport services. RTDC, through its well-established marketing network in India and abroad, plays a vital role in promoting the tourism and impact services markets at domestic and international level. The corporation pioneered budget lodging has become the most recognized trademark in the travel industry. It has been successfully attracting customers and is a pace to meet the challenges of the future. The tourists demand service above the ordinary, a travel experience that is presently romantic and adventurous. So, RTDC collaborated with Indian Railways to give travelers a royal experience abroad, Palace on Wheels. The train is rated as one of the 10 most luxurious trains today. You can enjoy an experience delivered with flair and originality for its sheer luxury and dining experience. In 2009 has launched another luxury train, Royal Rajasthan on Wheels. Third is Kerala Tourism Development Corporation. The Kerala Tourism Development Corporation (KTDC) is a public sector undertaking that conducts and regulates the tourism activities in the Indian state of Kerala. The KTDC is headquartered at Thiruvananthapuram and has offices across all the districts of Kerala. The agency also operates hotels, resorts and tourist rest houses in key locations in the state. Its official slogan is "Official Host to God's Own Country." It is one of the most profitable ventures of the Kerala government. Kerala was a relatively unknown state among tourist circles until the early 1960s. The first initiative to popularize Kerala as a tourist destination was undertaken by Travancore Prince Consort Colonel Godavarma Raja, husband of H.H. the Queen of Travancore, started Kerala Tours Limited to popularize key tourist locations in Travancore Kingdom. When Travancore emerged with India, Kerala Tours Limited became a private entity under the Travancore royal family. For more than 20 years since independence, Kerala trained to ignore tourism as key industry, leaving KTL and other private players to lead the role. In 1960s, KTL struck gold by collaborating with Thomas Cook and started popularizing Kovalam in Western countries, which started the advent of hippie culture in Kovalam. The strong inflow of tourists in Kovalam started Kerala government to consider tourism as a key industry. Though it tried to nationalize Kerala Tours Limited it soon fell into legal issues. This resulted in the government to think starting a new entity known as Kerala Tourism Development Corporation (KTDC) in 1966. Started as a government department, KTDC became a separate commercial entity by the 1970s. Several premium guest houses of Kerala government were identified and converted into hotel brands. KTDC owns more than 40 properties ranging from heritage, 5-star resorts to budget accommodations, managed under 5 brands in hotel category and 2 in non-hospitality category. KTDC sells packaged tours of Kerala across world through a network of travel agents and tour agencies, which act as general sales agents of KTDC. More than 20 products are offered by KTDC. Next, we will discuss about Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation (IRCTC). It is a subsidiary of the Indian Railways that handles the catering, tourism and online ticketing operations of the Indian Railways. Indian Railways Catering and Tourism Corporation also organizes budget and deluxe package tours for domestic and foreign tourists. A popular tourism package for budget tourists covering important tourist destinations across India is Bharat Darshan. Luxury tourism packages are also available that involve special luxury trains such as Buddhist Circuit train and Maharaja's Express operation. Apart from conventional tourism, it also offers adventure tourism packages that include water sports, adventure and wildlife treks. A provision for customizing tours as per specific requirements is also an added attraction. Recently, a new venture of Indian Railways named as Rail Tourism India has been launched to provide direct catering and tourism packages to the users. Now we will discuss about the private sector tourism organizations. First, let's take Thomas Cook India Limited (TCIL). The principal activities of Thomas Cook India Limited are to provide travel and related services and financial services that include travelers' check and credit cards. The company operates in 2 segments, namely, first, travel and related services, and second, financial services. Travel and related services include retail purchase and sale of foreign currencies and paid documents. Tour operation and travel management. Financial services include wholesale purchase and sale of foreign currencies. The company provides travel information and acts as a travel agent in arranging tours, transportation, rental of cars and lodging for tourists. In addition, the company acts as an authorized foreign exchange dealer providing foreign exchange services. The company also provides a variety of services to its customers like travel insurance, global services and IPA cards. The company provides its services in more than 196 locations in India and 12 countries outside of India. Travel and related services accounted for 74% of 2005 revenues, financial services 22% and others. Second is La Passage to India, also known as LPTI. La Passage to India is at present one of India's fastest growing travel agency in inbound tourism. The company is the youngest in tourism corporate houses, was set up in August 2002 by a breakaway group of top management in former Sita World Travel after the latter takeover by European travel giant Qwark Travel Group. La Passage is already counted amongst the top 2 inbound tour operators due to its steep rise and phenomenal growth in the short span of time. As a specialist in inbound the company sells package tours and private holidays for groups and discerning individuals, travelers, offering a range of specially designed products. Headquartered in New Delhi, the company is managed by over 200 professionals with over 500 years of collective experience in tourism business. The company has had a great run, growing at a rate of 82% in its first year of operation and 100% in the next. In April 2005, La Passage to India entered into a 50-50 joint venture with the leading European travel giant TUI AG, Germany, which brought the latest know-how and the cold hard cash to the company along with its diversified product lines of hotels, aircrafts and boats. La Passage has a close-knit network of 11 branch offices in India and Nepal and 7 main marketing offices in USA, France, Germany, Spain, United Kingdom, Australia and New Zealand. In the year 2005, the company added a new division to its inbound operations by setting up Go India Journeys, which focuses on selected markets and has expanded the scope of company's coverage for inbound business. In January 2006, La Passage acquired the domestic tourism company Select Vacations to further diversify its core business into domestic segment. Now, let's talk about Cox & Kings India Limited. Cox & Kings owns the distinction of being the oldest travel agency in the world. Established in 1758 as general agents to Regiment of Foot Guards in India under the command of Lord Ligonier, the company never looked back and kept growing on to becoming a leading multinational travel company. By 1878, Cox & Kings had become official travel agent to most British regiments posted overseas, including the Royal Cavalry, Artillery and Infantry. The company went on to obtain the business of Royal Navy as well as Royal Air Force in 1912. With the fall of British Empire, however, the rise of Cox & Kings as a distinguished travel agency was evident as it continued its operations in India and its growth as a company. Cox & Kings India is today one of India's leading travel agencies with a strong foothold in all 3 major segments of tourism: inbound, outbound as well as domestic segment. Headquartered in Bombay, Cox & Kings has the status of limited company with its 12 fully owned offices in India across major cities like New Delhi, Calcutta, Madras, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Goa, Kochi, Pune, Nagpur and Jaipur. The company employs more than 500 professionals across its different offices in India. The company also has overseas offices in major countries like United Kingdom, United States of America, Japan, Singapore, Russia and Dubai. The company operates in Europe through its associate offices in Germany, Italy, Spain, Sweden, South Africa and Australia. In order to target people from semi-urban smaller towns through India, Cox & Kings unleashed few years back an aggressive franchisee strategy wherein the company lures small-scale regional travel agents to use Cox & Kings brand, rates, expertise and logistics to garner from small semi-urban towns of India. This strategy has been proving very effective for Cox & Kings and is being replicated by its rivals to stay in competition. Cox & Kings has also acquired a mountain in the Swiss Alps on a long-term lease with the aim of boosting growth in outbound tourism from India. To be branded Mount Cox & Kings, The mountain is being promoted as a destination among Indian tourists with a range of activities like skiing, Swiss folk dances, chocolate making and glacier rides. Next, we will talk about Toi Travel Group India. Toi Travel Group, which is being regarded as the first citizen of the Indian travel industry, is India's largest tour operator and a 100% subsidiary of Toi Travel Holding Switzerland. Toi Travel Group India is an amalgam of a series of acquisitions in tourism on Indian soil. The group company came into being in 1996 with the acquisition of one of India's leading outbound travel agencies, SOTC, with the objective to cater to all tourism and travel needs of tourists from within and to India. The company recorded a prolific growth in an eightfold increase in profits and consolidated its position in Indian tourism industry as a leading outbound tour operator. In 2000, as a big step towards diversification in tourism, another major acquisition, this time inbound tourism, took place when Toi acquired SIT, a world travel, a forerunner in destination management, incentive and business travel. In 2001, Toi, in a strategic move, acquired Tour Club, India's principal inbound travel agency catering to Middle East, thus giving the group company a strategic foothold in Middle East market. The acquisition fever continued in 2006 with the acquisition by Toi India of Distant Frontiers, a specialist focusing on the FIT individual travel market, and MICE. It became India's #1 destination management company. Toi in 2006 launched Toi Holidays, India's only premium segment brand, to tap the luxury segment with a renewed focus on aggressiveness. Toi, a business travel activity, was relaunched as HRG Sita India by forming a strategic alliance with HRG, a global giant in business travel segment. In travel-related services, Toi in 2001 launched VFS, its visa service arm, as an outsourced partner with diplomatic missions. VFS Global has become a global leader now in visa services businesses. With operations in 18 countries and 135 offices, Toi India employs over 2,900 professionals and its turnover had already crossed Rs 1,800 crores in March 2006. To professionalize tourism, education and training, Toi India in 2003 set up Toi Academy of Travel, which offers education and training to young aspirants in travel industry. In 2016, Toi India has been rebranded as SOTC as part of brand transition post change in management and Toi Group exiting tour operations entities globally. Let us discuss about the major players in special interest tourism in the world. First, Quark Expeditions. Qwark Expeditions is the leader in Arctic and Antarctic expedition travel. The adventure travel companies offers polar region expeditions aboard purpose-built small expedition ships and icebreakers carrying fewer than 200 passengers and on unique land-based adventures. Each polar expedition ship features ice-strengthened hulls for superior navigation in ice-packed polar waters and zodiacs for safe, comfortable transfers ship to shore, allowing passengers to reach some of the world's most remote places. Expedition team members are experts in various disciplines including polar history, biology, geology, photography, ornithology, glaciology, and more. Additionally, many expeditions features renowned special guests and speakers. Adventure activities are offered on each expedition. Qwark Expeditions was founded in 1991 by Lars Vikander and Mike McDowell, specializing in expeditions to Arctic and Antarctic abroad. Purpose: build expedition vessels. In 1998, Lars Vikander became the majority owner of the company. 3 years later, Lars became chairman of the board when Patrick Shaw joined the company as president and chief executive officer. On May 2007, Quark Expeditions became part of the UK-based Toi Travel plc group of companies. On June 2015, Quark Expeditions celebrated its 25th anniversary. On May 2016, Quark Expeditions became part of Travelopia, a division comprising select brands from the former TOI Specialist Group. On July 2017, the company will host the North Pole Summit, a 14-day sailing event featuring 7 renowned guest speakers from the worlds of science, exploration, conservation, politics, and education. Second is TOI Travel plc. Toi Travel plc is one of the world's leading travel and holiday enterprise, operating in some 180 countries worldwide and serving more than 30 million customers in over 27 source markets. This is highly integrated family of major travel brands. Its mainstream sector comprises leading tour operators, a fleet of 146 aircraft, and some 3,500 retail shops. In 3 divisions, Northern Region, Central Europe, and Western Europe, brands include First Choice Holidays, the trading name of TOI UK, Thomson Holidays, the world's largest air-inclusive tour operators, Portland Holidays, direct sale inclusive tours, Sun Cars, car for hire, and Spin Out, sport tours, Thomson Cruises and Thomson Airways, formerly Britannia Airways, the UK's third largest airline. Its specialist and emerging markets sectors feature an international portfolio of travel business, focusing on specific destinations, premium travel experiences, or particular customer demographic segments. Often with differentiated and exclusive product brands include Thomson TaylorMade, StarQuest, Expeditions, Austravel, Travel Adventures, Sovereign and Hayes and Jerry, is International Expeditions, Citalia, and Country Walkers. Next is Abercrombie and Kent. Abercrombie and Kent strive at every turn to redefine your notion of what is possible on a vacation. Our approach combines singular service, such as a private passage by road and lake through the Andes, or a maximum group size of only 12 guests on each shore excursion, with insider access opportunities unlike any you have experienced before. A&K lets you discover Machu Picchu through the eyes of its former resident archaeologists and introduces you to Incan culture firsthand through an exclusive meeting with the Incan family. In these and myriad other ways, Abercrombie and Kent consistently goes above and beyond the call of duty, and no A&K journey is complete without that extra unexpected and that makes your experience unique and unforgettable. Choose from a luxury small group journey, the finest group travel experience in the world, a Connections boutique group journey offering authentic boutique style travel, a Marco Polo journey to an exotic local or locale festival, or a custom tailor-made luxury journey created just for you. When it comes to discovering the world, the possibilities are endless. Making these extraordinary journeys possible are the hand-picked experts in our 52 offices worldwide. A call around the clock, chief among them are resident tour directors and local guides. The resident tour director leads each group departure, providing unmatched on-the-ground expertise, and A&K local guides contributing along the way. With expertise in not only luxury but culture, wildlife and history as well, Abercrombie and Kent reveals your destination with an authenticity beyond the reach of any other travel company. Next we will discuss about Carlson Wagonlit Travel. Carlson Wagonlit Travel, also known as CWT, is a global specialist in managing business travel meetings and events from companies, governments and non-governmental organizations. Tracing its origins back to the 1870s, invention of rail sleeping cars and the recreation of Compagnage International des Wagons lits by Belgian Georges Nagelmaker, CWT is a privately held travel management company wholly owned by Carlson Companies. Headquartered in Amsterdam, the company reported $23 billion in total transaction values in 2016 and recorded almost 59 million transactions. The company has over 18,000 employees across nearly 150 countries. CWT is a global advocate of responsible business practices and is a signatory of United Nations Global Compact. The group has existed in its present since 1994, the result of a 50% merger from two large travel agency ventures. The Carlson site was originally from the Ask Mr. Foster travel agency chain, which had already been rebranded to Carlson Travel a network. The Wagonlit part came from the travel shop business of Compagnage International des Wagons Lits. On June 22, 2014, the company announced the Carlson, a privately held corporation in the hotel marketing, restaurant and travel industries, which owned a 55% stake in the company, would purchase the remaining 45% held by JP Morgan Chase. Thus, we can conclude by saying that a lot of impetus is being given to promote special interest tourism since it generates revenue and employment at the offbeat destinations. Special interest tourism is often small scale and locally based. It can be related to local character through rural tourism, to people through indigenous tourism, to heritage through cultural tourism, and to natural environment through ecotourism. Since it generally involves less capital in promoting special interest tourism activities, it should be kept in consideration that this movement should not end up in being another form of mass tourism. Though it is still in its nascent stage, looking at the pace at which the tourism is developing, a thought has to be given to sustainable development aspect to avoid the negative impacts of tourism. Thank you.